So now we are going to start with a new lesson. After the lesson is over, we will of course switch on to the grammar book. Simultaneously, we have to look with the grammar book also. So very soon we'll start practicing with that also. Right? Quickly, let me share the document right now for you all. So this lesson is going to be planning a surprise, a very beautiful lesson. Okay. Now, before we could start the lesson, could somebody tell me why surprises are planned? So we all know, no? When it is planning a surprise, what are we going to give another person? How could we plan a surprise? Okay, very good, Sanjana. So by providing a gift. Okay. So still now, gift doesn't have any age, my dear children. Even an 80-year-old human being will be surprised when a gift is provided to them. Even a 3-year-old kid, when you provide him with something, he is going to be surprised. We could look at the reaction which is provided by them. So surprises are planned to make somebody happy, as Janice Nixon says. Yes, very good. So surprises are planned to make somebody happy. We all know, no? So your father, your mother, possibly both of them might run for the job. Early morning, they will make something, they cook for you, they keep it there, and they go for work and come back. Your father will be earning very hard. Everything is for the future of you, the beautiful and wonderful children. Have you all thought about providing something as a surprise gift to your parents? Leave out birthdays. Birthday, everybody will be giving gift. So your parents will be expecting a gift. Possibly they don't expect anything. If you provide it, they'll be happy. One fine day, when you'll think, okay, my father is running, he's working very hard for the sake of me. Why can't I plan a surprise and provide a gift to them? Like that and all, any day, have you all thought like that? If you all would have thought like that, see, your gift is not going to be very costly. I'm not asking you all to buy a bike or a car or something else and give it. So right now you all are in grade 8. With the pocket money, whichever you get, no, you can buy something, no, maybe a pen or maybe something if you provide it. Thank you, daddy, for being in my life. Thank you, mummy, for being in my life. Like that, if you provide a gift, they will be happiest person in the earth. They will raise their collar and say, see, my son or my beautiful daughter has provided a gift. Like that, they will be very happy. It's not only mother and father, grandfather, grandmother, let it be anybody, let it be a friend. If you provide a gift, it's a surprise, right? It's a surprise without telling them. And this surprise is going to make them the happiest person on the earth. Okay. So the situations which are given below, no, one of the situation is provided as a homework for y'all, right? Not today, tomorrow's homework, I guess. It will be there, it will reach you. So you're going to write about it. Imagine a situation, you wake up from your bed, ma. You wake up from your bed early in the morning, you're looking at a gift there. There is a surprise gift for you. How are you going to react towards it? What will be your reaction? So that is one of the questions. I know everybody will be happy. Now you're going to explain your reaction in 50 words. Okay. So that will be your tomorrow's homework. Don't break your mind today. So it has already been typed there. You will receive it via Google Classroom. Question number 2. Now this question I need an answer. See, you reach school and see that a painting which you had made a few days back as a part of a class activity has been displayed on the school notice board. One of your paintings, you think, okay, it is one of your paintings, but the school selects it as the best painting and they have put it on the school public notice board. What will be a reaction, my dear? How you will feel? How do you feel? Out of 1,000 students of Orchard, only your painting has been screened there. How will you react to the situation? How happy you will be? Very happy, says Caleb. Very good. Others, you don't react. You don't feel happy. So happy. Okay. Any other words? Surprised. Yes, very good, Idris. Salvia Angelin says it's very excited, says Dhanumalya. Very good. So that is the kind of excitement we have, no? Literally, some of us don't sleep in the night. Yes, as Ashida says, I will start crying because of happiness. Obviously, that is the sort of excitement, that is the sort of happiness which we will get when we come to know that we are the best. Yes or no? So here we are going to see the surprise which is going to be planned by few children for their mother. So look here, reading part. Okay, look here. This is an extract from Louisa May Alcott's famous novel Little Women. So this is an extract. This is a piece which is taken from the novel called Little Women. Of course, a novel runs for more than 200 or 300 pages. So from the novel called Little Women, which is written by Louisa May Alcott, a part of it is taken and provided for us under the title Planning a Surprise. Okay. It recounts the experience of March sisters who are forced to live within constrained means. It is all about the life of two sisters, my dear children. They are not living a rich life, but anyway, they are living a life happy with their mother. Their father is away at war. So the father has gone for war. He serves the army. And their mother is the one who looks after them. So these two sisters, they are not two sisters. Actually, they are four sisters. They are taken care by the mother. The sisters are loving, caring, but also given to fit of rebellious now and then. So we all know, no? If four sisters are there in the house, what is going to happen? Sometimes they'll be very happy. Sometimes they'll fight with each other. There are mixed emotions, no? They may be loving and caring, but sometimes there are some sort of fights also. Each of the girls is different. Not all five fingers are the same, right? Do we have all five fingers same size? Definitely not. Like that, only sisters also. Sisters are also not the same. Everybody's character will be different from each other. They have the usual childish squabbles. Squabbles are what? Small fight. They have a strong sense of responsibility. When the mother is out for work, the eldest sister takes the responsibility. So each one will do each household chores, right? And find comfort and joy in being together. So they are very happy, all the four sisters. Sometimes they may fight, but all together they are very togetherness. Togetherness is always there. They live a very happy life. They take on their responsibility and they find comfort in it. Okay. So we are going to see the life of these four sisters along with the mother. So, dear children, their father is gone for a war. He is not living with them. He is on war, on duty with the army. So, these four sisters are there in the house. So, their story only we are going to see. Is it understood, ma? Is the outer cream part understood by all, ma? Any doubts until this? Very good. So, let's move on with the story. Okay. The four sisters sat knitting away in the twilight while the December snow fell quietly without and the fire crackled cheerily within. So, dear children, this is in the European countries. This is taking place in Europe, in one of the countries in Europe. The four sisters are knitting. What is knitting? We all know, no? In those days, they knit sweaters. So, they do the sweaters by themselves with the help of that specifically made thread. So the four sisters were sitting and knitting because they didn't have any time pass. Now in those days, they didn't have any smartphones to play with. So they were knitting in the twilight. Twilight is the evening time. And it was a perfect December and it was snowing outside. Outside, there was beautiful snowfall. And it was very quiet outside. Okay. Outside, it was very cold. But inside the house, they were feeling comfortable because there was a fire crackled cheerfully within. So we all know, no? In cold region, we have the chimneys in which we have woods, no? The log of woods will be burning in one particular chamber. We will be sitting down there comfortably. If you go to the cold region, you would have seen that, I guess. Okay. They are sitting in front of the fire and they were happily knitting some clothes. Okay. It was a comfortable room. Why it was very comfortable? Because there was fire there. There wasn't that much of coldness. Though the carpet was faded and the furniture were very plain for a good creature or two hung on the walls. Books filled with recesses, chrysanthemums, and Christmas roses bloomed in the window, and a pleasant atmosphere of home peace pervaded it. So, dear children, the house was not a very rich one. The carpet was faded. They had carpet below beneath, but it was faded because it was bought long time ago. They are economically a little bit poor, so they didn't change the carpet. Though it was old, it was comfortable for them. The furniture was very plain. There was not any artistic or designery furniture there. They had only plain furniture, and few good pictures were hanging on the wall. Two pictures were hanging on the wall. Books filled with recesses. What is recesses? Small space created by building part of a wall further back. So there were few small spaces, empty spaces to be filled with, okay, in the book. So they might draw there, no? Then chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum is the flower which is there. And Christmas roses bloomed in the window. So they had a rose outside, that rose shrubs, no? So they started blossoming and they peeped through the window, okay? So this is also there. And a pleasant atmosphere of home, peace pervaded it. And there was they were very pleasant there, okay? So that is also there. It was a pleasant situation. So could you all just imagine the situation of the house? The carpet was fine. It was a little bit old, but it was very comfortable. At the same time, the chrysanthemum flowers were there. Two pictures were hanging. The furniture, though it was very plain, it is comfortable for them to sit there. Okay, so this is the exact situation of the house. Is there any doubt with the first paragraph, my dear children? So they have fire, so they can warm themselves. Okay, Caleb is clear with it. What about the others? See, dear children, I want you all to respond. Got it? You'll have to respond through the chat column. Then only I will come to know whether you all have understood it or not. Only 2 or 3 are responding. So altogether there are 41. What is this? Then I'll ask somebody to unmute and I'll ask if it is clear or not. If you are not responding, then I have to put you in the waiting room. That's what which is going to be done. So you have to react, my dear children. We are not robots sitting down there simply listening to it. You have to enjoy a lesson. That's why English period is there. Got it? So this is how you will have to respond. Got it? If you don't respond, I will come to a conclusion. Okay. So children haven't understood it like that and all. I have to think. So don't make it think like that. Only few are responding. Good. Very good. Now see, you'll have started. So hereafter you'll have to respond well when I ask alone. Right? Got it? When I'm teaching something, at that time you needn't touch the chat columns. Okay. So I have already told you all 4 children now. The first sister's name is Margaret. Please write it in one of your notebook, not your classwork notebook. Somewhere you can take materials. Okay. Margaret is the first sister. She is the eldest of the 4. You're going to write. Okay. Margaret is the name of the first sister. You can write number 1 and Margaret. What is her age? So she is eldest sister. You can take a note as eldest sister. And she is 16 years old. 1-6. Okay. 16 years old. And she is very pretty. So they are providing the picture of them. We can imagine. Okay, Margaret is the eldest sister of the 4, and she was just 16 years old, and she was very pretty with large eyes and plenty of soft brown hair. What is the hair color of Margaret? It is brown in color, and she has a very large eyes also, and beautiful hands. Her hands are very beautiful, of which she was rather vain. Okay. So this is first one. Second sister's name is Jo, J-O. You can write it as question number 2. Sorry, number 2 and write it as Jo, J-O. And Jo was very tall and thin. She was taller than Margaret and she was thin and she was brown in color. She is not white in color. Margaret is white in color, but Jo is not white in color. She is brown in color, right? Okay. And reminded one of a colt, for she never seemed to know what to do with her long limbs. So when she is very thin, her limbs, no, her feet is very long, my dear. Got it? And then, which were very much in her way. She had a decided mouth. What is decided mouth here, my dear children? Decided means impossible to doubt and easy to see. A very big mouth. She had a very big mouth and a comical nose. Comical nose means a thin, long nose she had, like a cartoon character. And the nose was very sharp, and she had a gray eyes which appeared to see everything and were by turns fierce, funny, and thoughtful. So the eyes was gray in color. Through her eyes, she would emit anger, happiness, funny things, thoughtfulness, everything. Her long, thick hair was a one beauty. So, what is the most beautiful part of Jo, the second sister? She, Afzal Raja, don't touch the screen. Okay. So she had thick, long hair, my dear children, and it was very beautiful. But it was usually bundled in a net to be out of her way. So though she had a long hair, she will bundle it up. So she will bundle it up with the clip and she will have it like that because her hair mustn't be a disturbance for us. Okay. So two sisters we are looking here, my dear children. One is Margaret, the eldest one. She is 16 years old. Amil Dinian, don't touch the screen. Margaret, she is eldest of all. She is 16 years old and she has a very large eyes. She has soft brown hair and a beautiful hand. The second one is 15-year-old. Her name is Jo. She is tall, thin, and brown in color. She has very long limbs. Her legs are very long. She has a comical nose and gray eyes, through which she just emits her reactions also. And she has a very long, thick black hair, okay, thick hair, and always she doesn't open it. So that is also there. Okay. So these are two sisters. We have seen 2 out of 4 sisters. One is Margaret, the eldest. The second last is 15-year-old Jo. Okay. Is that clear until this point, my dear children? Any doubts? Any doubts? Only Caleb is responding. Sanjana. Okay. Amrita, Harish. Very good, my dear children. All right. Let's move on to the next page. So we have seen 2 of the 4 sisters. Okay. Round shoulders at Jo, big hands and feet. A flyaway look to her clothes, and the uncomfortable appearance of a girl who was rapidly shooting up into a woman and didn't like it. So she had round shoulders, my dear children, and she had big hands and feet. So I told you all, no, she is very thin. So she has long hands and long legs. Okay. And her clothes, no, she's very thin. So it's like a flyaway. So she wore loose clothes. And she was uncomfortable because she is changing right from a girl to a woman. She's 15 years old now. Now she is changing into a woman and she didn't like that change at all. Okay. Next girl's name is Elizabeth. Take a note of it, my dear children. Girl number 3 is Elizabeth. She is shortly known as Beth. Okay. Everyone calls her as a Beth. And she was rosy. She was rose in color, smooth haired. Her hair was very smooth. A bright-eyed girl of 13. Now, Elizabeth is 13 years old. Dear children, Margaret is 16, Jo is 15, Elizabeth is 13 years old, and she is a shy and timid girl. She's a very shy girl, and she has a very timid voice and a peaceful expression which was seldom disturbed. She was a very calm girl. Okay. Her father will call her as Little Miss Tranquility. Underline that. Little Miss Tranquility. Tranquility means peace. She's a peaceful girl. She doesn't go for any fight or what. She will always remain calm. Okay. And the name suited her excellently, for she seemed to live in a happy world of her own. She doesn't disturb anybody. She will live happy by herself, only venturing out to meet the few whom she trusted and loved. She will only talk to few people whom she trusts and loves the most. She will not go and talk with everybody. She is a person who remains calm and silent to herself. Okay, so this is the third girl. The third girl's name is Elizabeth, who is also called as Beth. Okay, and she is a rosy girl with a shy manner and a timid voice, and she was very peaceful, and her father called her as Little Miss Tranquility, right? And the fourth girl's name is Amy. Please take a note of it. Amy was the youngest of all. Her age is not given here. She is youngest of all and was the most important person. We all know, no, the last girl will always be notorious and will be loved by the parents, right? Because she's very small also. A lovely maiden with blue eyes. She's very pretty. She has a blue eyes and yellow hair curling. Imagine that girl, my dear children. She looks like a doll. Okay. She has blue eyes and yellow in color, hair which is curling on her shoulder. She has a curly, beautiful hair, and it was pale and slender. Slender means thin. Okay. And always carrying herself like a young lady mindful of her manners. So she's a small girl, but she thinks, okay, as if she's a princess, as if like a woman, and she behaves. So all the four girls' mannerism have been provided here. Are you able to understand, my dear children? Any doubts until this part? Is there any doubt? So these are the four sisters. We are going to see for whom they are planning a surprise, why are they planning it, what is the surprise, etc., etc. Everything we will be seeing in the next class, right?